Hello, everyone. I wanted to do this video um, for a few different reasons, but mainly just because it's a topic that's recurring. It's a topic that keeps um, popping into either uh, my own discovery, my own journey, but also people that come to see me. Um, and it's a direction that I keep putting people in. I keep putting people towards, and it's something that I've always thrived um, for myself, and so I'll get to it. Um, I'm usually somebody who's straight to the point, and right now I'm kind of just a little vague, or too vague. So what I want to talk about right now, well, in this video, is um, really stepping into your power, and it's something that I always mention. I talk about really often just stepping into your power, taking your power. And so I just wanted to do this little video to kind of explain what that means for me. And when I guide people, or when people come to me, that's my whole intention and my whole goal is just to put you back into your power. So in society, I'm just going to take you back a little bit. In society, we go to school. Um, Most people go to school. Some people are lucky enough and fortunate enough to get homeschooled, but the big majority of people and community, we go to school. So when we go to school, the whole model of the schools are you have one teacher for maybe like 20 students. So we're the students. We've all been students, and that teacher gives us information that we register. Most times forget, but most times register. But what we register more, the most, instead of just like the details of whatever the teacher is giving us, is the construct of life. And that construct is that we have to seek validation, that we have to seek external sources of information, that we have to that other people, we go to other people, or we go to any different spheres outside of ourselves to get information. But that's actually wrong. I'm not entirely wrong, and I don't want people to just be like, "What are you talking about?" I have a point. So, um, it's not it's not all wrong, but it is partly wrong. Um, so what I mean by partly wrong is because we get used to, and especially today, growing up in schools, I didn't have a cell phone until I think like grade 10, and that was a flip phone. So I didn't have internet on that phone. It was just a text and call. But in today's generation, we have internet on our smartphones, and our smartphones are always right next to us. So it's super, super easy to have access to all types of information. We have a question that pops up, we go look it up. Somebody asks us a question, we don't know the answer, we go look it up. We have information overload constantly within our fingertips. So that is a blessing, but it also creates problems because when we seek when you start on your journey of self-discovery, spiritual journey, healing, whatever you want to call it, we tend to do the exact same thing because we've been programmed, we've been wired to, well, it's just how it works. But that's where it's wrong. Because when it comes to us, nobody knows yourself, and I'll just do a little um parenthèse here. Nobody knows us better than ourselves, parenthèse, even if you think you don't know yourself. So that's just a little side note, because what I hear most times, very often, and it was true for myself when I started this self-discovering healing journey, is I didn't know myself. So I was constantly seeking validation from other people into who I was and what I liked and what I didn't like, and all the mishmash. And I hear that very often from people that come to see me, is I don't and it's a constant question that I ask: who are you? What do you like? And the most what gets people really sad is that they don't know themselves either. But that's where it gets really, really fun, is when we start asking specific questions to ourselves, we get specific answers, and those answers tend to just fill in the blanks that that have been voided, or that have been lost along the way. So the journey of self-discovery is something that's really empowering. And what I do, and it's something that I love, even for if you're watching this and you know me, or you're watching this and you've you've reached out for my services and you've been through one of my sessions, regardless what session it is, you know how I work. And people will ask me, "Can you just tell me what to do?" No. The simple and straight answer is no. However, what I will do is I will, with all the tools that I have, all the abilities that I have, guide you into discovering who you are. I won't leave you hanging, but all those answers, all those answers of the questions that you have for yourselves, you're the only person that can answer them. And what I do is I see things, and I know things about people when we have one-on-one sessions, but I will never tell you the answer, because just hearing me tell you the answer, it's gonna go in one ear, out the other. I guide you to feel it and go find it. And when you feel it and you find it, oh my God, you hit home. It just feels home. It's comforting, because then you start to um reconnect, re-strengthen that inner relationship, that relationship within yourself. So, and right now this topic is really, 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 really important to me. It's really important just in society in general, in it, to expand the consciousness, to evolve as humans, to evolve as individuals, but also collectively. It's so important to come back to ourselves. We've been, like, I said it a little bit earlier, it's, I call it information overload, where all this external information, it's right at our fingertips, but there's just too much. And we tend to get lost in that information overload, and there's not enough and not a lot of inner connection and inner inner seeking, if that's the right word. No, it's not really the right word, of that's not really what I'm looking for. Interconnection. Yeah, like a word. Anyway, um so yeah, just a little video, kind of explain my point of view, share my point of view, and get you thinking about what questions could you ask yourself that would fulfill you, or that would lead you to fulfilling answers. And those answers are always what we crave. We think we crave validation from other people. We think we crave other people's opinion, but it's from a personal standpoint. Anything outside myself, I've never been satisfied with. Never. Even if I've went to see mediums, psychic people. I've went to see different types of different healers, different modalities, and to ask pretty much always the same questions, more than one. Um, and the biggest one was pretty much who I was, and what my purpose was, and what I was here, and what I'm good at, and all these different questions that we all have, that we all ask other people, that we all ask ourselves. And I would get answers, but I would never be fully satisfied with them. And it's not until that I realized that, whoa, all I'm never said, I always want more. There's always more and more and more, and I keep digging outside myself, and I'm never satisfied, until I started to shift my attention and today I'm still not that satisfied either, but I'm I'm able to find the answers, tap into the answers, let my body speak to me, and get comfort and get some type of satisfaction. The satisfaction that I'm talking about that I'm not really satisfied with is just the never-ending expansion and evolution that we are. So whenever we get to, let's say, something like an end goal that you have, and that's another part of a little tangent here, but whenever we set ourselves sort of specific goals, or we say, when I have that I'll be happy, or when I get to that point, everything will be easier. But then we get to that point and everything's still the same, because as we journey our way, we make our way to that X point, other opportunities unblock, other uh we just our mind expands, our energy expands, our body expands, and life just keeps giving us more and more opportunities, life just keeps opening up more and more roads for us to take. So we always seek for more. The key is to be satisfied and happy with now. But with now, I realize for myself and for other people that now still requires some answers, because those answers, if you want to attach words to what I'm saying, because I speak in visuals and I listen in visuals, so I'm going to try to speak in word in picture frames. um So let's say that your words have vibrations, which they do. Let's say your words have pictures, which they do. So instead of attaching your ears to, okay, let's say you're journaling. I'm really trying to simplify this and explain as much as possible what I'm seeing. So let's say you're journaling and you have a specific journal routine. So you have a gratitude list, so that's what you do in your journal on a daily basis. This is just a scenario, like an example, to get clarity on what I'm saying. So you have this journal, you have your gratitude list, and you start going through your gratitude list. Well, instead of just writing everything down, because just writing words down and your eyes are seeing them and you're not really processing anything, because you're just thinking about, okay, what am I grateful for? Okay, I'm grateful for this. But if you're not feeling it, you won't be satisfied with it. So when it comes to a gratitude list, it's not the quantity, it's the quality. So if even if you have 10 things on there, you won't get the full benefit of writing your gratitude list if you don't actually take the time to feel gratitude for everything that you have. If you just write down one thing and you take 5 minutes to sit with yourself and be grateful for that one thing, that will satisfy you. That will satisfy the need to know and the need to seek external validation. I hope you're following, because everything's just getting clear. So that's kind of where I'll just wrap it up because I don't want to ramble off for too long, but it's so important that where we are right now on a global scale, on a it's on a consciousness level, but it's global, because one simple change, one simple shift in your day, in your vibration, in your thoughts, will ripple down and will have a big effect on the consciousness in general. So it's so with what I'm feeling and with what I'm getting, it's so important that we take time for ourselves and that we actually sit down and ask yourself, who am I? What do I like? What don't I like? Where do I want to go? What do I want to accomplish in life? These are so important questions because it's gonna help you discover who you are, and when you discover more and more who you are, you discover your purpose, you discover your passions, you discover your values, and then you get down into the amazing rabbit hole of self-discovery. So that's it for my tangent and this video. I hope that you resonate with what I am saying. I hope that you understand what I'm saying. If you don't understand, just reach out and I'll try to explain a little bit differently. Um, but yeah, I just feel like it's really, really important that we just shift our perspective into outer validation, into exterior validation and exterior um, information, and start really just tapping into our own divine intelligence, because we really do have all the answers. Um, Not always easy to go find, and sometimes we don't really want to know the answer, honestly. But that's why there's a lot of people to help and to guide and assist. So find the right people to do that for you, and just really get deep and intimate and just love yourself. So I wish you a great day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.